So the growth team kind of predominantly focus on client services and account management. So the day-to-day tasks are actually really varied, whether that be copywriting or sitting in on client calls, desk research, competitor analysis. It can all be really varied, but has that root in sort of exceeding client expectations and ultimately just serving the client, being that point of contact for them.
So my day-to-day, I guess, would be using Google Ads, and I design reports and stuff like that to do with comparing previous months and this month and where I can improve the data, And I also do ad copies sometimes, and yeah, it's a very cool job. You get to design headlines and descriptions and stuff like that, which end up on Google. I have been to some meetings with clients, just sat in on them, and it's been quite interesting to kind of interact with them and see what other people in my role do with that. And they just usually run through the report and tell them where they can improve with the Google Ads and what changes they can make, where it's gone wrong maybe, and that's basically what my job is, like, where I just have to figure out what has happened, why has that happened. And
so a day-to-day for me would be, normally every morning I'll have a meeting with the SEO team, and then we'll talk about what we've got on that day, and then after that I'll normally dive straight into my tasks. And every day is different. Sometimes I'll be doing more technical SEO tasks or content tasks or off-page tasks, and working on a range of different clients throughout the day. And then sometimes in the afternoon I'll have a mentoring session or a training session or a one-to-one with my line manager.
So I definitely already had a sort of an understanding of how impactful digital marketing can be, but I think through this internship I've really learned how that impact is created through all the different channels, and really I've properly developed my understanding of SEO, of paid, of all those different things, and really as well just how fast-paced agency life is, which I absolutely love, to be honest. I really love how fast-paced it is, and you've really got to manage priorities. You've got to know how to manage priorities, and I think this internship has really helped me learn and sort of focus on how to do that and stay flexible.
I've learnt so many things. It's probably going to be really good to have in my CV and other interviews and stuff like that, because I guess I've learnt loads of skills with Google Ads and Meta, and I've also done many certifications with display ads, and I get to put that on my LinkedIn, and I've also wrote a blog, so that's been very interesting to do as well. And I've just kind of learnt how to network with people, talk to people easily, and yeah, it's improved a lot of skills within me, which I was really scared to do before.
So far in my internship, I've learned so much about digital marketing in general. For example, before I even joined Reflect, I never even really knew much about paid media or UX or growth. And I've also learned a lot from those teams, as well as focusing on SEO. And I've also learned a lot about different SEO processes, as well as using lots of online tools or new software like Screaming Frog or Google Search Console or SEMrush. And I've also learned how an agency actually works, because before joining here I never really knew what an agency actually did. And I've also learned about behavioural science and how you can actually apply that to digital marketing, and using that in content I make is really cool.
So I got the interview to this internship through the Employability scheme, which is run by Careers and Employabilities at Kent. It's fantastic. Essentially, it's a set of points that you can allocate towards different activities that you do throughout your year or years. And at the end, you can qualify for internships, apprenticeships, work experience days, and I think they even do meetings with employers just to ask questions and such. So that's how I found the internship.
So I actually am a student ambassador at university, so I got a lot of points doing those roles. So it was 15 points each or something like that, and I think you need around 200-300 points to get into the employability scheme. And after that I saw the internship and applied for it, so it was quite interesting. So at first I had to write a personal statement, I guess, in a way, as to why I wanted to come to this role specifically, what experience I have within the role, and just write like a 300-word kind of character count for that. And after that I got an interview, and I had to go through this interview where it was like a panel. There's 3 or 4 people interviewing me, and they just kind of had specific questions, or like, you know, what do you do why do you want to come to this role, stuff like that. And yeah, after that I just got an email saying I've been successful, so that was quite nice to see.
So I got my internship through the Employability Points scheme at the University of Kent, and in my final year I did the Gold programme, which helped me gain a lot of points. And then I also worked as a content creator for the university, so I think that really helped me gain interest in digital marketing, and also that experience probably helped me land the internship as well.
I think for me, the biggest challenge that I've had is kind of hitting that balance between sort of the creative approach and data-driven strategies. I come from a creative background, so really crunching client data isn't something that I was super used to or have a lot of experience in. The people here though have been so fantastic, and actually my academic skills came in really useful, because where I've been working on research for my masters, I was able to use a lot of those skills to kind of then balance a data-driven approach to finding that sort of individual flavour of creativity for a client. And now I'm pretty confident that I've living in that intersection.
Definitely kind of coming into a new company, you're not really sure where you're going to fit into the company, I guess. So it was quite scary not knowing anyone and having to kind of talk to everyone. And also when I got introduced to Google Ads, it was so scary to look at. There's so much data and I didn't understand anything, so it was like, oh no. But then after time it got better and everyone seemed so friendly, so it was all good.
I think my biggest challenge so far would probably be trying to manage my workload. Seeing as I haven't worked in an agency before, I didn't realise how much I would be like juggling different tasks and clients and sticking to those timeframes with those tasks. But I think now that I've gotten used to it a bit more, it's definitely helped. And then also I find it really important to plan my day so I'm not really overwhelmed by everything.
First off, I would say be really clear about what it is you want. If it's a new industry, research that industry and figure out exactly what it is that entices you. If you do get an internship in a specific company, research that company and find out specifically what interests you about what they offer, so that you can really maximise the value in the short space of time that you'll be there. Specifically for people doing the EP scheme, track your points as you go. Don't get to February and panic and put it all in at once.
I would definitely say that just keep an open mind to it, and I understand many people get very scared to start a new thing, a new internship, because you just don't know what to expect, you just don't know what the role will entail. But just try new things, even if you don't know for sure if that's what you want to do, that's what the internship is for. You'll get to learn so many skills, you get to explore different areas of the job.
Advice I would give to someone else looking to do an internship would be definitely to research into the field you're interested in going into, and then looking at what your dream job would be, and then looking at the different experience that you need to get that job, and then seeking out an internship that will help you gain those skills. I think it's a really good way of doing it.
It's going to sound really cheesy, but it's really hard to pick one. I think everything that Reflect does is so friendly for beginners, for interns, for people who are coming in with absolutely no experience, or people like me who have got a little bit of experience. The whole company kind of works on this ethos of just being really people-centered, and you feel that. You feel that from top management all the way down to the interns, that people are at the heart of everything that they do. It's collaborative, it's creative, they're just great. So if you get a chance, join them.
Well, my favourite thing here is it's just so lovely to talk to everyone here. Everyone I've kind of interacted with have always just told me, you know, I'm here for you if you need me. If you have any concerns, just let me know. And even after your internship, you were able to kind of keep in contact for references.
My favourite thing about working for Reflect is definitely how supportive everyone is, and they really care about you learning and growing in your field. There are so many different lunch and learns you can go to, or access to online courses, or even going to conferences, and I really love that about working at Reflect.